Going on, everybody? Part 2. Gonna get that transmission out of there. I'm gonna slide up under there, pop 2 bolts loose, jack it up a little bit, pop the crossmember out. The bolts are already out of the crossmember, so that should just pop right out of there. Got my jack holding the front of the motor up. I think it's gonna go towards the front. Don't know. It looks pretty, I don't know, it looks pretty back heavy. I've been wrong about things before. So I might put a jack stand under the back just to make sure it doesn't go too far one direction or to other. Got home Wednesday night. My little car told me it was 100 degrees outside. So I had 2 of those guys. One there, one there. That's what we around here call the poor man's window units. I've got the jack holding the motor up. I've got the creeper, got the transmission jack. I'm already getting more use out of it. Slide under there, drop this sucker out of there. Let's talk and we're working. Hey, look, it's out. 2 bolts and some wrestling, and engine staying put. It's pretty well balanced, staying right in the middle, which is really cool. I don't need anything to hold the engine in place, but it's out, and I gotta show you something. Gotta sit you down. Check this out. That's the throwout bearing. So I'm gonna take the clutch down, see if I actually need to replace the clutch, or if I can get away with just replacing the throwout bearing. Check and see. I'm gonna sit here for a minute while the transmission evaporates itself dry. If it doesn't evaporate itself dry quick enough, I'll break out the old leaf blower and blast it dry. I was out of my favorite sugary carbonated beverage, caramel colored, tastes like malted battery acid, and I needed a little bit of a pick-me-up just to hit a sugar, and I found some Swiss Miss up in the cupboard from 2010. It's not bad though. Let's sit here for a little bit. I'm gonna read the instructions again on how to put the shifter on, pull the clutch out, put the clutch back in, put the transmission back in with a new shifter set up to go on it. Set her back down on the ground, and she'll be ready to move under her own power again. And then tomorrow, have other stuffs to do. Let's crack on. After last night's setback of having the wrong clutch, I had been to the store, got the correct clutch. This model serial number, everybody's got the wrong clutch in their catalog. Can't win, can't win. Got it all cleaned up, about to torque it down. Then I'm gonna go fiddle with the gear linkage for the shifter and get that exactly where I want it. Then I'm gonna hoist the transmission up in here, bolt that back where it belongs, put the drive shaft back in. This thing will be ready to drive again after I fight with all the bolts for the cross member and the frame brace. Sounds like a 1 tunnel in here. That's because, top tip, if you live in a place with a lot of mosquitoes and winged biting insects, put a fan on you. Not only does it help keep the air moving and keep you cool, mosquitoes have a hard time flying in a stiff breeze. So that's keeping the biting bugs off of me. I'm gonna start torquing some bolts, putting stuff together. See you in a bit. Alright, I've moved my workspace. Can't find my safety glasses anywhere. Plus the sun is hitting my workspace now. Not real happy with that. Alright, more better. Move my work spot. I'm here. Sun is hitting my work spot and will do so for the next couple hours. Not too happy about that, so I gotta work quick. That's what I'm working on now. Getting the shifter more or less where I want it. So far, so good. Just gonna make a couple fine-tuning adjustments. Leftover Swiss Miss from last night. Probably shouldn't have left this outside. Also, probably shouldn't have been spraying brake cleaner around it. It'll do though, it'll do. So what I gotta do right now is I'm gonna get the shifter back off, clearance that bracket right there, put the shifter back on, and put my linkage exactly where I want it, mark everything where it needs to be, take the shifter back off, stuff the transmission in the hole, bolt it back up. Yeah. Bob's your third cousin from New Guinea. I don't know, man. Come on. Anyway, let's get to work. Got my half wore out zip cut wheel. Plug this sucker in. And I'm gonna throw some sparks. Polycarb glasses because I can't find real ones. Ah, I dropped my 10 mil. That wasn't exactly safe. Ooh, gross. You got stuff all over you now. Got the job done though. Now I gotta bolt it back up. I think my Loctite is dry. Zip it back together. As you may have noticed, I've changed when I had a shower. Knocked all the really big chunks off. Truck is pointing the opposite direction that it was. It moves. Pulled the transmission out, put a new clutch in it, put the transmission back in. New clutch, new shifter, and it drove down the road. I can't hardly believe it. I'll do a test on the proper test on the shifter later, but it looks pretty rad. Got the knob on. Ooh. I picked up some grease somewhere. Oh, and it's brake time. Oh, and it's brake time, and whenever it's brake time and I don't feel like cooking and there's nothing else in the house worth eating, head to the China house, get some Chinese. I do believe that's going to be it for this one. That's this update on Uncle Jesse here. Been a journey, going to be even more of a journey. Got a lot left to do, but that's it for getting the transmission in and out. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.